Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Let's Be Creative Edu channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking on the long question and answer of the chapter From Trade to Territory, the Company Establishes Power. This is from Class 8 Standard Chapter 2 History section NCERT book. Okay, so in the very first section of the video, we have matched the following. The question for match the following is, in one section of match the following we have Diwani, Tiger of Mysore, Fauzdari Adalat, Rani Channamma and Sipahi. In the opposite section we have Tipu Sultan, right to collect land revenue, Sepoy, criminal code, and number E is led an anti-British movement in Kittur. Okay, so this is the question. Answer for match the following is Diwani matches right to collect land revenue, Tiger of Mysore is Tipu Sultan, Fauzdari Adalat criminal code, Rani Channamma led an anti-British movement in Kittur, Sipahi is Sepoy. Clear? Question number 2, fill in the blanks. The very first question of fill in the blanks is, the British conquest of Bengal began with the Battle of Dash. Answer is Palasi. Okay, it began with the Battle of Palasi. Question number B, Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan were the rulers of Dash. Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan were the rulers of Mysore. Clear? Moving on to question number C. Dalhousie implemented doctrine of Dash. Dalhousie implemented the doctrine of lapse. Question number D. Maratha kingdoms were located mainly in the Dash part of India. Maratha kingdoms were located mainly in the southwestern part of India. Okay. Now moving on to the next section, that is answer the following questions. Very first question is, what attracted European trading companies to India? Answer, European trading companies were attracted due to the following reasons. Point number 1, for cheap and fine quality of silk and cotton. Point number 2, for spices like pepper, cloves, cardamoms and cinnamon. Okay. Now moving on to question number 2. What were the areas of conflict between the Bengal Nawabs and the East India Company? So what were the areas of conflict between them? Point number 1, the Bengal Nawabs asserted their power and autonomy and refused to grant the company concessions. This is point number 1. Point number 2, they demanded large tributes for the company's right to trade. Okay. Point number 3, they stopped the company from extending its fortification. As the Britishers started building high forts, they also started fortification. Fortification here means building high walls. Clear? Moving on to the second question. Third question, how did the assumption of Diwani benefited the East India Company? Answer is, on being appointed Diwan of the provinces of Bengal, the East India Company acquired greater power and authority. After the assumption of Diwani, East India Company was benefited in several ways as mentioned below. So in many ways they got benefit. Okay. So the very first point is, it allowed the company to use the vast revenue resources of Bengal. So the very first point tells us about the uses of resource by the company. Okay, they started using the resources of Bengal. Okay. Point number 2. Next is point number 3. Now, point number 2. Now trade was fully controlled by the East India Company. Okay. Point number 3 is, company used the revenues for India to finance its expenses, like to purchase cotton and silk textiles in India, maintain company troops, and meet the cost of building the company fort and offices at Calcutta. Revenue of Bengal was used to finance exports of Indian goods. So this is all about the 4 points of the questions. Okay. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 4. Explain the system of subsidiary alliance. Answer is, according to the subsidiary alliance, the Indian rulers were not allowed to have their independent armed force. They came under the protection of East India Company. Major effects of this system were as follows. Point number 1, East India Company became the guardian of the territories that it took under the alliance. Okay. Next, point number 2. The Indian rulers had to pay for the subsidiary forces that the company was supposed to maintain for the purpose of their protection. Point number 3. If the Indian rulers failed to make the payment, then part of their territory was taken away as penalty. So if they failed to make any payment or taxes, what happened? The company snatched away territory. Territory here means land. Okay, as a way of punishment. Okay, they used to snatch the property from them. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 5. In what ways was the administration of the company different from that of the Indian rulers? Answer. The administration of the company was different from that of the Indian rulers in many ways. Okay, in the following ways. Point number 1. The company laid down a sound administrative system in India. British territories were broadly divided into administrative units called presidencies. There were 3 such presidencies: Bengal, Madras and Bombay. On the other hand, under the Indian rulers, administrations were divided into 4 parts: districts, that is Jilla, then Prangana, Tehsil and villages. So this is one of the administrative difference. Okay, point number 2. Each presidency was under the charge of the governors, whereas the Indian administrative units was ruled by the local zamindars and peasants. Okay, under the company, what happened? Governors became the charge. Okay, and in Indian administrative, it was seen that local zamindars and peasants was the administrative charge. Okay, point number 3. The supreme head of the administration was the governor general, but under the Indian administrative system, the king or nawab was the head of the supreme. Point number 4. A new judicial system was introduced from 1772. Each district had 2 courts: a criminal court known as Faujdari Adalat and a civil court, Diwani Adalat. Maulvis and Hindu Pandits interpreted Indian laws. For the European district collectors who presided over civil courts, the criminal courts were still under a Khwaji and a Mufti, but under the supervision of the collector. So overall, who was looking after? Collector was looking after in the Indian administrative system. Clear? Moving on to question number 6. Describe the changes that occurred in the composition of company's army. Answer is, the changes that occurred in the composition of company's army were as follows. The infantry regiment became more important. In the early 19th century, the British began to develop a uniform military culture. Soldiers were increasingly subjected to European training style. Now, drill and discipline regulated their life far better than before. So they started living in more disciplined way. They started training of the military culture. Okay, so this is all about the question and answer of the chapter. From trade to territory, the company establishes power. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, that's all. Thank you.